we're back. Hello, people.
And welcome back to our podcast, La Vida en Tres.
Today we have a special guest from New York.
Hi,
My
everybody.
tia, Jacqueline Leon.
Hello,
cousin.
hello.
My cousin's mom.
I'm honored to be here.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for
So
having me.
Jacqueline is a photographer. She's based off of New York City, and she's going to help us talk about a very interesting subject that we have today. It's hobbies that turn into careers. So we want to know how you got into photography. Mind you, we grew up together. I never knew she had an interest in photography, and now it turns out she is thebomb.com. So we want to hear all about it.
Thebomb.com.
Well, you know what? Since you guys call me old so many times, I'm old. I say thebomb.com. Okay, leave me be.
Well, thank you guys so much. I am loving the podcast, and I'm honored to be a guest.
Yay!
I think you guys are an awesome crew.
Thank you.
I also used to tutor you guys, so I can testify.
That's right.
These guys are the real deal. Intelligent. and
Oh, yeah.
beautiful
When we were
kids.
like 6 or 7
Yes, that's right.
we went over
Right.
to your
You also had a tutoring business.
I did.
Gosh, how did I forget about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
We've
where do
gotten
I
smarter.
start? I started photography in high school. It was a passion of mine. I always loved to do it. It's something that I took very seriously throughout my entire life. But, you know, now is the time that you can use your creative path to make money. And with social media being the way that it is, I kind of fell into it. But I first decided, I was like, okay, I'm good at this. I'm going to make it make money for me.
That's right.
And
You
that's
went for it.
yeah, I just decided. And that's how it happened for me.
Okay, so
I-
when you say, oh, go ahead.
I have a question for you. Social media is the most popular hobby today.
Mm-hmm.
How does that affect in your career?
It is directly influencing my career. In fact, I do work for a studio, so I do commercial photography. But I also have personal gigs, and they all derive from social media. I manage the content for about 4 different companies that need to showcase their businesses, and that's what I do. I take my camera and I show what they do in the best light, and it's been very fun because I actually hang out with my clients and I get to know them, and it's a beautiful thing. Like
You do
That's
look like
super
you have
fun.
a lot of fun in all of your
Yeah.
posts and all of your pictures. You look like when I see you, it brings me to that saying. It says, do what you love and you won't work a day in your life.
Absolutely, and that is so true
Yeah.
for me. I'm very blessed.
Because, like, there's photographers that just take a picture and they just, like, bye. But with you, it seems so fun. Like, see what...
Yeah, I am completely creative about it. I have creative control. My clients trust me. They like my product. But it really comes from the heart. So we hang out, we spend time. I really care about them.
And we can
so-
attest to that because we
Absolutely.
can attest to that.
Yeah.
We've been shooting all day.
Yeah.
dragging her around Miami
Yes.
all day.
Yes.
And it's been amazing. It
It's
really
been
has.
super fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm a very passionate human being, and I have this part of me that wants to take control of my creativity, and I get to do that on set. I also enjoy shooting on set. So when I can find those special gigs in short films, I'm doing stills behind the scenes and stills for movies.
So fun.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, there's a lot of space in photography to grow in whatever avenue it is that you're interested in.
So I know that Emma and Louis have a list of questions, but before we get to that, I want to know, my big question right now is how you got your job that you have right now.
She said it, high school.
No, she says she started her hobby in high school,
Yeah.
but I want to know how she got the job that she has now, the studio that she has.
This is an old school way. I picked up the phone and I called different studios and asked them if they were interested in training me to be a photographer. And a lot of places don't they won't. You need to have a huge resume. You need to show a lot of portfolio, and But I met a beautiful company in New York City that when they met me, they took a liking to me, and that's why it's so important to put yourself out there. Because if they don't know who you are, if they don't hear your voice, and see your intentions, it's hard for them to connect. So I made that connection with the studio, and they took me under their wing, and they trained me classically. I mean, when I was, holding a light meter, I was like, I'm doing this. Oh my God, I'm doing this because I decided to, and I put myself in that world, and it just started happening.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that sounds.
So that's something for you guys to keep in mind.
But she said, she said that we needed like a humongous resume and everything.
No.
She got lucky. Right?
No, she said she did not have a humongous resume.
Right.
That's the thing. Like me and Emma would need one.
No, but that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say, when you want something, you cannot let things like you don't have a big resume stop you. If she hadn't picked up the phone and said, you know what, I'm going to put myself out there, she wouldn't have found that job.
That's absolutely
If she would have just sent out resumes and not, have that person, like she said, hear her voice and say, listen, I'm interested. I don't have experience, but I'm willing to learn. A lot of people want to hear that.
Yeah, especially in a space like photography, people want to see your skills. They don't want to hear that you're willing to learn because they don't have the time. They need you to nail the shot then. So, yes, in most cases, you need to have that background, and you have a huge point. But to my point is that you can make it happen if you put your best foot forward and if you do what it takes. If I would have seen that, hey, I needed to, do this, I still did the training, or I need to go back to school, I would do those steps because I made the decision I was going to be a photographer, and so I would have done that. But yeah, it was through good luck and my hard work that I was able to, nail that job. But like anything.
Lot of luck.
That's good. Don't let anything
Not a
ever
lot
get
of
in your
luck.
way.
A lot of hard work and
work,
willingness.
yeah. Never let anything get in something that you love and that you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Emma, why don't you go with your first question?
So I made a list of questions for you.
So fun.
So if you do you remember your first shot?
My first picture.
Yeah.
My first camera was a point and shoot. It was given to me by my professor, who I'm still friends with in high school. He gave me a camera. I took pictures of my grandfather because it was important to me to document his life before he passed away. He had cancer, and I knew he was going to die soon. And so I needed some pictures of him because he meant a lot to me. And I wanted everybody to know who he was and what he looked like and how he was and how...
She's just going to make me cry.
And the funny faces that he used to make.
That's amazing.
The funny faces that he used to make. So I had the camera, and I took pictures of him, and I took it back to my teacher, and I told him, hey, look at this beautiful picture, but it was out of focus. So he told me it didn't work, and I was so disappointed. But I learned that although the picture wasn't technically right, it wasn't in focus, it meant a lot to me, and I was really proud of it.
Yeah.
But my teacher was there to teach me the skills and say, no, you need to get that picture in focus in order for it to be appropriate, an image that, you can... So I thought my blurry picture was
Artistic.
was artistic, which is a way to look at it, but he was there to teach me, hey, you just get it in focus next time. So I went back and got my pictures in focus.
Which grandpa was this?
My mother's father. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Puerto Rican man, very funny.
Wait, before we move on to the next question, what are your roots? Where are you from? I know, but tell our followers.
I'm American, born and raised in New York City. My father was born in Ecuador, and my mother was born in New York, but her parents are from Puerto Rico. And they raised us, so I have that.
Elizabeth's face was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Just rewind it and watch it. But yes, my grandparents, all four of them lived in the same house at the same time. So
That's
I had
right.
all those cultures, I was eating all that food and, being taken care of them, disciplined by them, and so.
Oh boy.
A
Yeah,
lot of tacos. A lot of tacos.
lots
No.
of tacos.
So you're not gonna remember. No.
I probably am.
You didn't get to meet either of them.
No.
No. So you're not gonna remember. You're not gonna remember, but our grandpa, the one that from Ecuador, he did not let you crawl on the floor.
Yeah, I remember that. You guys
That
told
story.
me a lot about that.
Yes, but I'm telling the story to them now. So Emma wasn't allowed to crawl because he point blank asked me, "Are you trying to kill her?" I'm like, "What do you mean I'm trying to kill her? Why would you say that? There's so much germs on the floor."
Yeah.
And then later on,
overprotective.
Emma was like, "Asco, asco."
To the floor.
Yeah. They're
Yep.
very
She would crawl with one foot and
overprotective.
she would push herself with the other and her face would be like
Yeah.
she wouldn't like that. That was Papito for you.
Very overprotective.
Papito. Papito and Mamita. That's
Yeah.
what we used to call them.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Yes.
So, another question of mine is, like you have your camera here, so I wondered what equipment you first used and what equipment like you use now. That's like one class.
Yeah, when I started, I had a lot of anxiety about what I would buy. They're very expensive tools, and I didn't know what I needed. So I rented a lot. I would rent whatever I wanted to try. I rented Sony, I rented Canon, I rented Fuji, I rented Nikon.
Fuji.
Everything I rented. And then I touched them with my hands. I looked at the images and I compared it to what it was, my standard of photo. And I decided that I really loved to shoot sports. So I picked a Nikon, which their autofocus is amazing. And then I love to shoot stills. And so I picked Fuji. So I shoot with both.
Yeah. Every time you say that word, Louis is like,
Fuji?
well, there you go. Again.
Yeah, it's a great word, Fuji. So I just you have to touch it. You have to see if it works. You see if it works for you. If you like the settings, if you like, the ergonomics of it.
What now?
I have a question for you.
Tell me.
What difference is that camera from that camera?
The model, and I don't know how many megapixels that is, but the quality
What
of
are
image.
megapixels?
Yeah, it's all the little pixels that put it together to make the image.
To make the image.
Yeah, so some cameras have a lot, some cameras have less, and so because of it, you have a quality of image.
Just want to point out how much she loves talking technical to us because in the car
It's
she's-
hard to get around it. It is a technical
I'm just proud.
build.
That's beautiful though. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, I learned a lot. So I
Talk
didn't know
to
all
me
of this.
in another language.
Yeah, and so my confidence was low because I didn't know all of it. So I made it my business to learn it so that I could be confident in this field and explain the things that, like that. But I didn't know any of that like 2 years ago. I'm talking about digital photography.
How was your professor like?
He was so friendly. He was nice, open to questions.
Did he know about photography?
He was a photographer.
Well,
Yeah.
Obviously, he's the photographer.
that's an
Teacher.
odd question.
And he loved to teach, so
That's important
Yeah.
because even though he was a professor, doesn't necessarily mean that he liked to teach.
exactly.
The
I know it
teachers-
sounds odd, but it's true.
Teacher's salary to do all that. Yeesh.
Oh
It's a labor of love.
Exactly. Yes, and we don't know in New York. It's a different type of salary.
And New York, yeah, there's different kinds of teachers everywhere. I've found many of them, and some of them
Hey,
are
I'm
very like,
walking here.
some of them have the information. They'll give you the information. Others have
Search it
more heart, so it depends. I got lucky.
I have a teacher that searches stuff up.
Yeah.
That what?
That searches stuff
I
up.
would hope they all search stuff up.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Switches stuff up.
No.
Search.
Searches.
Like the teacher is expected to know all that because they've taught it. Like, I have a teacher that has worked there for 13 years, everything memorized. Another one that's worked there for 4 years and still have to search stuff up.
Well, yeah, but I mean, to their defense, a lot of things evolve. Maybe something that
Pokemon?
was what now?
So to that point, if you don't know something, we're in a day and age where we can look it up.
So
Uncle
who do
Google.
you call? Who do you call?
Uncle Google.
There you go.
Uncle Google.
Or
I love
Dr.
it.
Google.
No.
He helps me every day. Sometimes I lose inspiration, so I go looking for it. You can do that.
Sometimes I ask Google, what's my favorite food?
Wow.
Then mommy takes me.
Okay,
Okay.
that makes sense. I don't know.
I don't get it either.
All right, Emma, next question.
So another question is, what do you hope to achieve with your career?
Wow, that's a beautiful question.
How is the question beautiful?
It's a beautiful question because my photography, everybody's photography is very personal. My image can't be recreated. You could recreate it, it won't be the same as what I did. My settings are different. So I just like to tell stories. And that's the power that I have with photography. I can tell your story. I can tell your company's story through my pictures. And so that's all I want to do is tell stories.
That's
Yeah, and pictures last forever. So well after I'm gone, my pictures will still be around.
No,
At least the ones that I printed for sure. So yeah,
that's nice.
She's so poetic.
thank you. Thank you. I'm an artist.
That you are. That you are. All right, so next.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Please ask.
How did you start learning the mechanics of it? Like, the professor, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you took it, that was out of of your grandpa. You took it that was out of focus.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start learning how to put it in focus? Like how to zoom in, zoom out.
So back then I was shooting on film. So I was using a manual lens, and I'm a manual shooter as well.
Here
This is,
comes
you know,
the
when you do
their favorite
sports.
word.
Mhm. I use autofocus
expect
now, but back then I had to manually focus, and so you just learn how to match. You know,
Yikes.
you just focus in camera. You have to have good eyes, and so I just
need glasses.
learn to focus. But I learn digital photography, and you know all the specifics through my job now. You know, they trained me, so.
So now that we heard that beautiful yawn,
My fault.
I have a question related to that. So when you have, because I've seen your routine and I've seen that you have busy days,
Yes.
I know how I get through my day. So how do you get through your day?
What gives you the energy to go through like a very busy day?
Jumping from set to set.
I
Yeah,
know.
lots of sleep.
Mine,
Oh, please tell me.
cereal.
Okay, it has some sugar in it. Yeah.
Some,
Yeah, lots.
Yeah.
I don't know what cereal you guys are eating, but
let's not talk
You
about
know.
that right now.
okay. I wanna. I get a lot of sleep. I wake up super early. I'm up before everyone, like 5 a.m. And I drink a lot of coffee.
There you go. Oh, she's my kind of people.
Yeah, I love coffee.
I remember earlier we were taking the photo shoot, right? And we went to a coffee shop, right? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say the name, but
We're still, go ahead.
Crema.
Okay, go ahead.
Didn't you say go ahead?
Free advertising, Crema.
Shout out to Crema.
We had the most tastiest coffee ever. Emma had some type of coffee. I had hot chocolate.
Yes.
She drank all of hers.
I love coffee,
Yeah.
but I don't drink it a lot.
I love coffee.
Can you imagine this beautiful human being right here on coffee
I-
24/7?
I need coffee right now.
No, the Energizer brand ain't got nothing on you.
I need
Nothing.
coffee right now.
Nothing. Okay, so that would get you through your day. Coffee.
Yeah,
My kind of
definitely.
people.
Coffee,
Like
lots
coffee.
of
Love that.
water,
I love
working
that.
out, going to the gym. Also, go to the gym.
We're big fans of the
Yeah,
gym over
go
here.
to the gym.
I noticed that
do
you
your
shake
work.
your head. I noticed that you shake your head a lot. Go to the gym.
That's how I express myself.
Mommy uses her hands a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lewis is very honest.
It's good. I have that kind of eye, and that's what I photograph. I see people's things, and I shoot them, and then I show them.
pick.
And they're like, oh, my God, I do that a lot. I'm like, yeah, and I'm glad
Yeah, but
you
he
know.
calls you out on it. He's just like, no mercy.
Yeah.
Unfiltered.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Pick, pick.
You had
Okay,
another question. You had another question?
I have a lot of questions actually.
Please proceed.
A lot of questions. Do you have any photographers that have inspired you throughout your process of becoming a photographer?
That's a lot of the word. That's a lot of use the word photographer in that one sentence.
What am I supposed to say?
I have a dear friend. His name is Chris Gampat.
Poetic, dear friend.
He runs a blog for photographers, and he was so important in my life because he reviews products. So I would read his blog and learn about what it is that I wanted to do. He has so many techniques. He is one of the photographers I look up to the most. He's living. I hang out with him. Yeah, absolutely. I look to other photographers who inspire me.
You don't really see those much photographers now these days.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, you do. You now watch after
like it's always like robots or something like that.
robots. Like
No, like not mankind.
AI, AI is another topic we could touch on. It's, so-called threatened photography because now you can produce,
more than
artificial
AI,
intelligence.
I think what you would see a lot of is a lot of people with their cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of now,
Yeah,
especially with all the technology.
You don't see those anymore.
No, but what I was gonna say was now after this conversation, you will see a lot of photographers out there. Watch.
The hand gestures.
Watch. Okay, well, okay, thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can be a photographer.
I really like photography.
I always encourage people to take their pictures and
Emma
take
takes
it
photography as an
seriously.
elective.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
have
take it. I'm
elective
thinking
as-
about taking it.
Yeah.
My electives.
Okay, I'll pause, please,
My-
because
My
No.
electives, right? I was thinking about photography, but then after today, it went more up. Then I'm not sure.
Well, you have
I'm
time to
so
think about it.
happy that.
And then I took a few. And then I took a few photos with that today, and it made me even more want to do it.
there you go.
But then after what she said,
What?
it's a lot to learn, like
But
gigabytes
everything is a lot to learn.
and expensive.
Yeah, but you're not doing it professionally right now, so you don't have to worry about that.
Gigabytes. I don't know what those are.
Okay, well,
And
can we-
Fuji. What's Fuji?
All right, stop. Go ahead, Emma.
But yeah, so I take the elective of photography, and I really like it because I'm learning a lot of things. Because I love to take pictures of me and of other people.
I've seen
I
some
love
of
the
your
honesty,
work.
These kids.
I've seen
of
some.
me.
Yes, I love to. There's a photographer who takes selfies, and she is her subject. And I've seen some of your work, and you have beautiful photos. Yeah, she did show me her presentations.
Yeah, so in photography class, I have to take a lot of pictures and I make them into presentations. And before I joined the class, I was I'm not professional, right? But when I joined the class, I learned a lot of new things that I found super interesting. So I really like photography. I've really liked it for a long time. So
Okay.
that's why when I had the chance to join the class, I was like, yeah, that's my first pick. I want to do that.
Okay, so do you see that? That is passion. Like when you recognize that something lights you up, that's okay. I'm passionate about it. I like that. Go with that. It could be anything. It could be writing. It could be, doing numbers, accounting. Anything could really.
Yeah, that's not our thing.
Never that. But
Sorry to all the
it
accountants
could
out
be
there.
anything.
Sorry for the random question, but I know photography, like it has photo on it, but have you ever taken any videos?
All the time. I've had to for my clients. So now video is really important. I do a lot of videography for
Like
boxing.
For the billboard?
Filming.
I love those boxing pictures that you post. They're amazing.
Those boxing portraits mean a lot to me because before doing it, I didn't know how to do action photography. And I said, I'm going to do it. And so that boxing house took me in as well and taught me and allowed me the room to learn. And I've taken amazing photographs of the boxers there and played with really wonderful equipment that will get me the images that I want. So yeah, boxing, I've had to do video for them. They need a lot of content.
Like
for them.
for Instagram? Like to
Instagram,
public?
social media, yeah.
Like to public it?
Yeah,
Like if
to
I-
publish it.
For like YouTube and stuff like that?
Yes.
Oh, so like if I take a video and I post it of that, does it like, are you promoting the business? Or are you just doing it for fun?
Oh, you're so good. You're so good. So they
Keep you
pay
on
me.
your toes. That's what
Yeah,
he's doing.
no, he's because I have to market myself now. So I've been very lucky to have the referrals that I do, and I have clients. But then if I want to grow, I need to market myself, and so I don't do a lot of marketing actually. But of course, I get paid for the work that I do. Yes, but yeah, I need to market. So that's a whole nother monster that I.
Do you think about opening your own business?
I have a business. Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
no, like a business like hiring people.
Yes, that's the goal, is to hire assistants and other photographers under me. Yeah, absolutely. That comes with growth. But right
I know
now,
what you're
I'm,
thinking.
I'm
She lives in
hands-on.
New York. We're not moving to New York, just so you know.
I wasn't thinking that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Just in case.
When, like the way that you said it, under me.
Yes.
Like queen. Like,
That's right.
Like,
I told you.
No, if I'm the, I'm the
your
owner of the
toes.
business, then I would have, there's a hierarchy there. Then I own the business, and then I have employees. That's what I meant. Always a queen.
you know, what would be good? Like opening your own shop for like to sell parts and stuff like that. For the
Parts?
camera-
Yeah, no.
For the camera.
No, I don't sell parts now.
That's a whole different
I go
thing.
to the store to
The
buy them.
lighting. The light. Flash. Flash.
All right, Emma.
Okay, so another question is, what advice would you give to someone that would like to become a photographer?
I would say take pictures every single day.
Mm.
Every day you wake up, take pictures. Every picture will be better.
Of the coffee that you use when you wake up.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Of the coffee. Anything that inspires you.
Of the clothes.
Yeah. Of your clothes, of your outfits, of yourself, of your family.
I'd forget.
Of your people who inspire you. I think photographs are wonderful gifts. When I take a good photo of someone, I love to gift it to them. I don't necessarily think of everything as, money. I don't think of money.
Yeah, like I took this picture, you better give me something. Like
Yeah,
that.
there are a lot of photographers that do that. They hold their product close, and they own it, and so they won't let it go unless they're paid for it, and I respect that.
That's crazy.
But for me, that doesn't inspire. Like I don't think of it like that. I think this person needs to see this photo of them, and they need to own it and use it however they want. So I print them and I gift them.
That sounds super fun.
I think also when you gift a photo, you're gifting a memory.
Absolutely.
Something that you took of something that made somebody happy. Or my favorite, candid pictures. I love candid pictures.
Yeah, that's the truest essence of people, is when they're, they're not thinking of they don't even know the camera's there. And that's the power. That's so fun for me. I do some
we fake some today.
I knew it. I was going to jump into it before he said it. I was going to say, sometimes we say, take a picture of me like I'm not looking.
Yeah.
That's not a real
we
candid photo.
fake a lot.
That's like a post trying to be candid
Wow.
photo.
So it's actually not faking. It's that you need to portray yourselves.
You're posing.
And that is
Betray?
called portray.
Portray.
Portray, meaning you're going to get portraits of yourself doing what it is that you do. And so that's commercial photography. And so you're producing images of your business, of your, company.
I have a question. Like, did you have to learn like any math or science for the camera? Like,
Yes.
What?
like how many inches do you need it? Blah, blah, blah.
Yes, absolutely.
no.
You do. I won't get technical, but yes.
Like a 4,
Why you look at me?
like a
The distance between myself and the subject is important. Settings on the camera, all of that is math. It's doable.
Not my strong suit.
What's not your strong suit?
That's the only
I've
thing.
tutored you.
That
Yes,
is your-
it is.
that is your
Don't
strongest
be.
suit.
Yeah.
Math.
Yes.
PE
You're very
is.
smart.
Wow.
That's the only thing I do math for. I'd never be a mathematician, a scientist. That's not me.
Science is
If
hard.
I choose to have photography, I do math for photography because taking photos is fun. So when you think about doing it right,
Right.
I think it's
having respect
good.
for the craft,
Yeah.
right? You want to do things properly for yourself. you have to learn the math. But I don't ever do the calculations in my head. I grab the calculator and I do the calculator. I use the calculator.
1, 2.
Yeah. 1, 2, what the? And I use the calculator. Who texted me?
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. It's very distracting, the phone.
Miss Famous over here.
That's right. I love it here. I love this crew.
No, this is a very special crew. We're very happy to have you here.
Oh, this was so
share
fun.
your story
I love
with
you
us.
guys. I love you guys very much. And of course, any opportunity
And
to
mind
spend
you,
time together.
if any of you here in Miami or New York or anywhere ever have or need a photographer, this lady she has the patience of gold. Like,
Thank
me,
you.
I would have been like, you know what, I'm done with all of you by now. That is it. But she with a smile, and then and then she'll yell at you, but you won't realize she's yelling at you. It's like, let's take a moment, and let's, this moment will be over soon, and then we'll be out of here. And I'm like, wow.
I love giving
She's
direction.
the best.
Thank you, baby.
The best.
I love giving direction. You have to be very assertive. Sometimes people don't realize their behavior, and so you make them aware of it quickly so that you can get the image that you need, and you move on to the next. It's a very fast pace,
How
field.
fast?
Well, it depends.
Have you ever had like a last minute job, like where someone signs you this, it's due by tomorrow, blah, blah, blah?
Yes, there are some special requests. They need to upload something, and I make it happen.
Have you ever done like a marriage? Like a wedding day and you're taking photos of them?
Yes, I've assisted on multiple weddings.
Do you cry a lot at weddings?
It's nice. It's touching to see people commit to each other that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'd be crying my eyes out every 2 seconds.
Yeah, I get emotional if I let it happen. But if I go there, if they've inspired me to do so. Otherwise, I'm like, okay, detached. I'm busy.
You know what would be great right now? Some water.
Ooh.
Later when we're done.
Absolutely.
When we're done.
I want to see you finish that bottle of water.
I know, right? I'll take 2 sips.
It's gonna be 2
and it'll
sips,
done.
and they leave it there on the
Listen.
side. Yeah.
Louis. There's some people that call me Louise. Louise.
Luis.
Louise.
Go ahead.
So I still have
It's
more
random.
questions.
Sure.
Oh my God.
I'm very curious. That's
Portia.
why. So if you had you said earlier how you mentioned that you like to take pictures of people doing sports. Like, what is your normal topic to do photos?
So I take pictures of boxers. I take pictures of CrossFit athletes, some runners, and school sports. So basketball, football. And what it inspires me about athletes is that they are living a life that so many people want to live. It's so hard for us to do what it is that we're going to do, have that amount of dedication and discipline. And I get to photograph it, and it inspires me so much.
So wait, I got a
Oh my
funny question.
goodness.
It might sound funny to you, it might not. I don't know. So when you say runners, are you running after them?
No, no. Usually I have
You're just
lights set
standing at
up,
a specific-
and I wait for them, and that's called an action shot. So they're actually running. I don't have to run
That
with them.
reminded me of something that happened today where we were walking, right? And then she kept having to walk backwards to
Get the shot.
Okay, so we were trying to get a shot of the 3 of us walking
and then we had to walk
next to each other, and then they
slow.
kept on leaving me behind and then one was walking faster than the other, and I'm like, what are you trying to do with the photographer over here? Because she's walking backwards.
Yeah. And a
Trying
lot
her
of the
best.
time, the photographer is also trying to gauge things and figure things out on the spot. The composition for that photograph, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I needed to take it, and so I did a few things. I started walking backwards. I ran ahead and stopped and waited, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, but that a lot of the time we are winging it, and that's fun too because we nail it. I mean, I hope that I usually nail it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Songs.
Yeah.
You like any songs?
What, you're gonna sing to her now?
Ah!
Any other questions, Emma?
Yeah, I got
I have
got a
out of
lot
her long
questions.
list.
I only have a few questions left. I've got
Yeah.
less than 3 questions left.
Okay.
Do you get a lot of pictures taken of yourself? Like, you're taking pictures of other people, but do you get pictures taken of you?
If I'm with my photographer friends, yes, I get a lot of pictures taken of me. But usually people don't think to photograph the photographer unless I instruct them to, which is now really important for marketing. You need to show that you're working. And so if I instruct them, yes. But most of the time at an event, I get left out. Or if I'm with my family, I'm not in the family pictures because I'm taking the picture. So I have to set up a tripod or something and I have to coordinate. And of course I want to be in the photo. So I'll make it work. All the time.
Like those, like you have to like put a name.
Yes.
Like Saint Lauren.
That's product photography, but yeah, I do edit my own images. I have, outsourced a few times, but now that I have a good understanding of it, I edit my own images. Yeah.
Are you okay with all these questions?
I'm so excited. This
tired?
is fun. This is what I came for.
What's your typical day? That's another question. Like, you wake up, but do you have like appointments planned for sessions, or do you just like go?
Yeah, so I'm
the
assigned through the week, through the studio. I go to different locations in New York City. Sometimes I'm uptown, sometimes I'm downtown, sometimes I'm in Brooklyn, sometimes I'm in Long Island. So it's very fast paced, a lot of clients. I do 1 gig a day, but I have a day rate. So I go one assignment a day. And it's fantastic. It's very fast paced. I'm always in traffic, but I enjoy traffic. I love my
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like
See,
I also
Well, I mean, I kind of get her. She has a point because like traffic, you got to listen to music and get to a lot of
absolutely.
Yeah.
I vibe out.
Yeah.
I
You
You get
listen
to listen to
music.
podcasts.
You listen
Yes,
to
yes.
podcasts. I'll be listening to this podcast. I also enjoy washing dishes. Like I like my solitude. I like to just be alone in my thoughts, and I get to do that.
Things you see for that, I like driving, like long
Yeah,
distance.
driving.
Yes,
So,
but
like-
not traffic. I'm sorry, I don't share that passion.
I
It
like being
becomes-
in the car just listening to music.
Yeah.
Have you ever shot any animals? Like,
Oh my gosh, you
taking-
took the question out of my mind.
like taking a photo like a dog.
We're
wait.
connected.
Oh, you know something else? Oh yeah, last podcast, I said that we get to 10,000 likes. If we got to 10,000 likes, mommy would get me a dog. So please do continue like that video.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I've been
I
begging
put
her.
myself in a lot of debt in that podcast. I don't know what happened.
But like, do you take photos of them?
There's a family dog. His name is Benjamin. He's a golden doodle, and I
Benji.
do
Yeah.
Benji.
Can we please not call him as an old man, Benjamin?
Well, I don't claim him, but no, I like
Benjamin.
pets, but I do take photos of him with my children, and yeah, I'm not an animal photographer though. That's a whole different
So your answer is Benji.
Benji, the
That's
dog,
it.
the house dog.
Do you
Do you-
take like pictures of people in nature, like environmental portraits?
No, that's not landscape. That is not my forte. No, I mean I could try. I would definitely enjoy it, but that's not what I do every day.
Have you ever shot in? Sorry if this is a little bit weird, but have you ever shot in something for a funeral?
No, but that's a good idea
Funeral.
because yeah, absolutely. See,
Wait, now I'm confused.
see, that's an awkward situation.
Yes,
So if
it
I
is
get
an awkward
hired
situation.
for the right price, I would do a funeral. I would document
Who
everyone's.
does that?
Like
Is that a
doc-
thing?
I don't think
Not
so.
like if it was a famous person. You
Yeah,
document,
it is
like,
a thing.
Like this death was really sad, and taking photos of it,
right.
like an open casket saying, "Oh, this person died."
You
this
guys
funeral.
just blew my mind. I'm like, wow.
So
I didn't
that's
know that was a
that's an
thing.
odd job, but I would absolutely do it for the right price,
Do you
and I'd kill it.
stop.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Oh my god. Okay, but like
Oh my god.
at a special occasion when you're
can't.
taking photos, do you dress up for it too? Like at a wedding, do you show up like in all white and stuff like that?
No, well, no.
You can't wear white at a
kicked
wedding.
out. You
Yeah.
can't wear
So
white.
most photographers wear black because they don't want light bouncing off of their colorful clothing.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's white.
that's so good.
He's a comedian now. Like, okay then.
Yeah, so we wear black so that I cry when I laugh.
Puerto Rico.
She's crying at her own joke.
I cracked myself up. But I
Have you ever taken photos of like promoting a hair salon or something? Like
I
your
haven't. I haven't, but
why
that'd probably be a
specifically a hair
business.
salon?
Because I'm looking at her hair and I'm like,
Your hair is amazing. No,
Stop
but that,
crying, please.
first
I would
time-
absolutely do a hair
Please
salon.
stop
Sure,
crying.
there's a lot of detail
First time
in
we have
that.
someone crying here.
I know.
Tears, joy.
Well,
Joy.
other than the guy laughing, dying of laughter over
Well,
there.
yeah, because I have comedians.
Yeah, because you're super funny.
Okay.
It's awkward
Alright,
now.
go ahead.
The silence was loud.
Yeah, so I would do business with a hair salon. Absolutely.
So specific. Okay, go ahead. Anything else, Emma, you want to ask?
I don't know.
I just stole all of Emma's
How about my
questions.
goals for 2024?
Well, there you go.
That's on the table.
New Year's resolution.
I'd love to work
Job
with a flower
edition.
shop. I'd love to work with, do some macro photography this year.
Macro what now?
Micro photography.
Meaning like high
What's
detail.
micro? Oh, I'm just kidding.
Well, wait, she's going to explain it.
Macro means like high definition, like high
Smile.
detail, really close up
I think,
images. I
like,
would like to photograph
you see-
flowers.
Hold on, let her speak.
At school, micro means
Guess
small.
Macro.
Macro,
Oh,
not micro.
MacBook Pro?
Uh,
MacBook Pro?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's my goal. And I just
Any
hope
more?
to inspire more people.
Work with flowers. Macro.
Yeah.
Any more? Like,
Any more?
Any more goals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Work on marketing, I guess. That's a whole different monster. You know?
the kids with the eggs. They can
What?
eat.
The what?
Have you guys not paid attention to today?
I don't think he knows what he's talking about right
I do know.
Yeah.
We were talking about that
Do you have
earlier.
any more questions?
Let me check. Well, we've talked a lot,
Yeah.
We did.
about my questions,
Photography.
but I don't have any more. Those are all my questions, and your answers were so beautiful.
Thank
They
you.
they inspired me.
Poetic, bro. It
Thank
was
you,
so
sweetheart.
poetic.
Thank you. I have a question for
Like
you.
my dear friend. My dear friend. Like,
I have
Well,
questions
I have
for
dear
you.
friends.
I have a
Nope.
question for the podcast.
I have
Okay.
friends. not
Listen,
What is your goal for 2024?
My
Well-
goal is gym.
Okay, wait.
Okay, I
It's,
like that.
okay.
Well,
Well, okay. So first, I'll say personal goal. His personal goal is the
Gym
gym.
and getting better at soccer.
Well, we're gonna work on both of them. Big time.
your goals?
No, go ahead. No, I'm the oldest, so go.
Oh,
Who's older?
I actually have a lot of goals. But one thing is I'd like to get into doing more hobbies, like either taking more pictures or learning how to do my own nails or something like that.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
not have to go into a nail salon.
Emma's in track. Maybe like do professional track.
I like track, but I don't think I'd see it as my career though.
I want to do a career as track, but I was too young in the other school. But now
This kid loves running.
I love running. You could give me a cup of coffee and I'd run like 4 laps.
You don't like coffee.
I love coffee.
No, you don't.
Like with
You
milk.
like hot chocolate.
Depends.
Oh. Well, yeah, he's a very picky hot chocolate drinker.
goals?
My goals. I have a lot of goals. I have a lot of goals.
Get a hubby, get a Valentine.
Okay, then. My biggest goal for this
Are you crying again?
No, I got hot. Okay, so my biggest goal right here is this podcast.
Yeah.
Grow it out. I think that
I think they can help with that.
both
help.
Louis and Emma have a lot of potential, and why, thank you. But I think we still have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
We still have a lot of things to pinpoint. But I think that with every episode, we get better.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we prepare ourselves better.
That's the thing. We're naturally good. Like they
Well,
love it.
we have talent. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Let's say that we have talent. The talent is there, but everything that you want to grow out in life, you have to put the discipline to it.
Yeah.
You have to put the time in. You have to take the time to research, to look for questions, to pick out the right outfits for the light, when the hits, when this, when that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Find
to be
topics that you want to
coordinated.
talk
Be
about that won't
coordinated.
bore people.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's my biggest goal this year is to grow La Vía en Tres, and I really do think that
Maybe make it to La Bien Cuatro.
No, it'll always be La Bien Tres. Like,
Yeah.
this is ours. So, you know, take it to a level where what I see is people saying, I wonder what they're going to talk about this Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. So you
Oh my gosh, it's 4:02. Turn it on. That's
Yeah.
what I would love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my biggest goal.
So
this
lots
year.
of
You guys should
growth.
help with that. They can help with that.
Of course they can
growth.
help with that, but it's a lot on us because we have to make it interesting.
Yes, I would say growth, inspiring people, which is a skill. You can take some courses to help you do that.
Of course.
You know, keynote speaking, it's really important when you're doing, you're public speakers now. And so any skills that'll help you push, you know, and grow that way. But that resonates with me. Absolutely.
Let's talk about different hobbies. Like, get more into like hobbies and careers. One of the most popular ones was cooking and baking. Like in the U.S., number one in the U.S., cooking and baking. Like yeah, you used to be a baker.
I used to. Shout out to Tia Berta that she still
In Ohio.
has the business in Ohio.
You know, I wanted, like, I was selling chocolates for school, right? And I wanted, like, I really enjoy cooking. Like that is really fun. Like when mommy's baking something, I always want to help her.
Me too, yeah.
That's
yeah, and then
nice.
Emma doesn't let me when she's doing something.
She didn't let you when you were smaller because you used to make a mess, but now it's different.
Yeah,
You
when
still-
you're
'Cause then we
when
gotta
you're
clean up
making
the mess.
brownies
You
without
still
me.
make the mess.
Uh-oh.
Well, but now he's big enough to clean up the mess. Before he
Oh
wasn't.
wow!
Well, of
There's-
course.
but that's the thing. There's not gonna be a mess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, growth. I love it. Growth.
So let's get it more into it then. Let's go
Alright.
back to baking. We can do that.
Actually, I could put a little chef
Actually.
hat. I could put a little chef hat on my dog.
That's fun.
The 10,000 likes that you better get for the dog.
You've earned that dog.
So before we wrap up, I have one last question for
Okay.
you. How has, your career not affected? I don't want to say affected because I don't think it's affected, but how has it,
Infection?
no, what's the word? How's it impacted
Impact.
your family, your home, your kids, your parents?
I would say it's
My aunt and uncle, I love you. Go ahead.
yes, it's positively impacted my family.
Yes.
It's always beautiful when someone in your family is doing something they love and actually sees some traction and momentum and success. So everybody's really inspired right now by what I've been able to create in such a short time and what I've delivered to even them. They've been able to see and experience my work firsthand. So everybody's really inspired, and I think that it's really brought us together.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, like this may bring you guys together. Seeing me work hard and grow fast.
Well, to that point, that what you're saying, I just want to let it be known that Jacqueline and I have been close since we were very, very little.
Yes.
But we hadn't seen each other since 2020. And last night we were talking about that. And we're like, how long has it been since we've seen each other? And it's been 4 years.
I'm a different person.
It is crazy. But to
Yeah.
that point, what brought us to see each other again was your photography,
Was a photography
and our podcast.
and your podcast. So we
Yeah.
kind of not parted ways, but like yes, we took where life
Different
happens,
directions, of course.
and so
That's a
we're
good
lifing, and then our businesses have brought us together, which is so beautiful and makes this
Yeah.
trip
I think
so
that's
much
awesome.
more important and more like meaningful.
Do you think like your kids could have a shot at photography?
Absolutely, they do every day. I include them in everything, like I
see
did with you
Lauren.
guys today.
Yeah.
I see Lauren.
She's
I see Lauren
yeah,
doing that, right?
Lauren
She'd be
takes
really
it
excited
seriously.
like that.
Lauren loves to photograph.
see-
Dustin, I gifted him a camera for Christmas.
That's awesome.
And he uses it and he uploads it and edits his images. And
Well, does he have, like, a
he
YouTube
joined your yearbook. So
Okay.
now he needs photography, and so that's one
I
way
can
I've
see-
positively inspired my family.
I can see Natalie. It's like she'd always be wanting to like steal the camera and like take the photos for herself.
Yes.
So what are you saying? Natalie's the sassy one.
Natalie's she's got the nerve. Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to thank you.
Thank you
Again.
so
Thank you
much.
a lot.
Thank you guys
Thank
for
you for
having
putting
me.
up with us
You have-
You're
all
the
day.
best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I know I am.
Yes, absolutely.
You have inspired me a lot for photography.
I am
And I love you so
so
much.
proud of you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
I
very
want to do
proud.
photography, but like there was one sentence that really brought me down.
Nothing
Math.
needs to bring you down. You still have time
Math?
to think about it.
It's okay.
Math. Yeah, right.
Be encouraged, not discouraged. But
Oh.
listen, I love you guys. I'm so happy
poetic.
to be here, and I'm so proud of you. And look at you guys. Who can
I'm
say
like,
my
ew.
cousin? I
You
went
know
to my nephew and niece's podcast, and we were chilling. Yeah, not everybody can say that.
I'm proud of you. You've grown
so-
your hobby
Wait,
into
wait,
such a
wait.
beautiful.
Right before-
Let her speak.
Right before we finish,
You've grown
Let her
your.
speak, please.
I'm so proud of you because you've grown your before passion, still your passion, but like your hobby before into this beautiful company where you take a lot of amazing pictures. So I really love that, and knowing that I have a really like for photography, knowing that there's like a photographer in my family is really inspiring for me.
Thank you, honey. You inspire me every day.
Aw,
She's so sweet.
jeez. What were you gonna say before we wrap up?
last question.
What? Okay, so he unwrapped. Go ahead.
What type of coffee? Like where are we gonna go after this?
Yes,
What type of
that's
coffee?
what I want to know.
want
I like
food. I
that
don't want
question.
coffee. I want food.
I
I'm
want
hungry.
food.
Night
I'm super
coffee?
hungry.
Wait,
Alright.
I haven't had
Black coffee.
a good meal.
Oh.
I haven't
Okay,
had,
well then,
other
thanks.
than I haven't had a
People are
good
gonna think I don't feed you. What do you mean?
No,
You
but
haven't
I
had a good
haven't had
meal?
like a
I
meal
feed
today.
you.
We've been photographing all day. The only thing that I've had
We've
today.
been working.
An omelet this
You've
morning.
been
Yes,
working.
I was about to say that this morning.
You've
An
been
omelet.
omelet.
You've been working all day.
I deserve
Yeah.
some money.
You deserve food.
All
I got
right,
you.
so let's
All right. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining us
everybody.
again today.
Peace out. Please give me those 10,000 likes. Like actually though.
Emma has a contest too.
Yeah,
Is it
for
100
Snapchat.
likes?
I get 100 likes on YouTube. I get Snapchat because if you see our last episode, you'll understand why. So make sure you check that out too.
There you
Um,
go.
my
I want
cue
to bet.
to plug?
I want to bet that it's already got 100 likes. That like 100 likes is so little.
Well, that's coming out tomorrow, so it can't have 100 likes yet.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so
being
much,
here.
and
you.
we will see you next episode.
Peace.
Thank you.
Bye. See you next week.
Okay.
All right. Peace out.